Mutolak. Mansour. Injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere, they say. And today, Gambians are also taking to the streets and joining the rest of the world to protest police brutality and injustices against black people. This came following the fatal killing of U.S. citizen George Floyd and, of course, the alleged killing of Gambian Mudu Lamin Cisse. Now, this protest is organized by a group called Concerned Gambians, and as you can see, we are marching today from right here at this point, the Pipeline Mosque, heading towards the American Embassy, where a petition is expected to be handed over to embassy officials. Stay tuned with the Fatu Network and iAfrica TV as we take you through what is happening on the ground, and we'll also bring you live interviews from this point. So stay tuned.
I can't breathe. Black life matters. Black life matters. Black life matters. Black life matters. Black life matters.
Black life matters.
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe.
This is the protesters chanting "I can breathe," and here we are joined by a lot of people, particularly a lot of youths, and I am here today with the APRC PRO, Dudu Jah, who's also amongst the protesters. Dudu, can you please tell us why you are here today as a Gambian, but most importantly as a black man?
Thank you very much, Sajo. We believe, like the saying goes, the world is a global village and humanity should be respected, be it black and white. But what we've observed is, especially in the United States, racism is all over the world. But what American police has demonstrated in the case of brutality against black people, we feel enough is enough. We want to show solidarity with those that lost their life and to also alert the American government that black people should be respected. They contributed a lot in that country and are still doing, so justice should be for all, not for a selected few.
We've seen so many things that are happening right now around the world, and particularly some statements and some sentiments that you hear. For example, we've had the President of the United States, Donald Trump, saying not directly to protesters, but he was basically saying that, okay, when the looting starts, then the shooting starts. This is him responding to the protesters who are actually outside protesting against injustices. What is your response to those kind of statements?
I would just say those are tendencies to dictatorship, which they normally accuse of African leaders. But as the President of the United States, he shouldn't have made such statements. Looting does not warrant shooting and killing. What is the reason why people were looted? That should have been looked into. If that was solved, then the people will not resort to looting. And the looting was not only done by black people, but it was by all Americans, being black or white. It's not something that somebody has to support, but as a leader, you should address issues, but not to sideline some within the community.
Now look at the turnout, Dudu. For something like this, you will expect that Gambians will actually come out because, like I said, in my opinion, that injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. What happens in America could happen to anyone in the Gambia. What do you say about the turnout right now?
The turnout could have been better. We could say the police did not give us time enough so that people can gather to show their solidarity. When we applied for the permit, we told them from 11 to 1. And we were expecting they would grant us that, all to find out they're just giving us 10 to 11. And we gave people, that we were going to start by 11. And they are saying if we don't move up till 11, they are going to block us. We're not going to walk. So I believe giving people permit, their rights should also be observed in a manner that whatever resulted to the essence of us organizing this will be granted. But we still feel we're being suppressed. Our rights are being used up somehow, and the police are still using force. When you need 100%, they only give you 50 or 40%. Definitely, they have to look into that.
Thank you very much, Judu. We will now carry on with the protest. As you can see, the protesters are heading towards the American embassy, where a petition again will be handed over to embassy officials. Let's also look at some of the other protesters who are here today, who will also share why they are here and why it is important for them as Gambians to be on the streets today protesting police brutality and other injustices against black people. Let's talk to Kex Sane, who's also amongst the organizers of this protest today. Hello, Kex, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Kex, let me just ask you, are one of the organizers of this protest. Why is it important for you to be here today?
Thank you very much. It is important because this is not just a normal situation, but this is a world crisis. This is an issue that has called on all the entire world to get up and stand for the lives of the black people, the discrimination that the black people are going on, the inhuman treatment that the black are going. We said it is time, it is enough now for us to act and defend our humanity. We should not be discriminated because of our color. We should not be inhuman treated because of our color. This is why we say that Gambia will not be left behind, because when we see the whole world has got up to see, and so sadly that one Gambian was part of somebody who was killed by the police by the name of Lamin, we see that it is necessary that we should not be left behind. We should definitely come out in our numbers to show solidarity. And it doesn't matter for us whether numbers or not, but the message is very important. And we are not going to the American embassy just to deliver a speech, but we are stamping our authority that we will not allow American embassy to continue here. If they are disrespecting our citizens, they are disrespecting the blacks because of our color. And we are sending a signal that we know the history of America, and it doesn't need for us to go back to the history. Why America is today is because of the blacks. So today we should not be allowed to be discriminated. This is why we are here.
Sometimes people say that, okay, I see everyone is taking the knee right now, but just to continue with you, Kex, you've said that actually the numbers does not matter to you because the important thing is the message that you are sending out there to the people. Did you expect more as far as the turnout is concerned?
No, actually, because our permit has a serious restriction, because they nearly wanted to deny even us the permit. So their restriction was only 100 people must occasion this grace. And we start pulling, so until that's why we have the permit at the late hours, that was Friday, late in the evening around 3 o'clock, when we have written to the IGP since on the 17th of last month. So it's they try to delay us so that they can discourage us, and they said the permit is restricted to only 100 people.
Why do you think they would like to delay a protest like this, a cause like this? Is it because of Gambia-America relations or what?
Actually, the excuse that they give us is the state of emergency that is going on. They rely on the state of emergency and the other things, that how the issue is now, there's a state of emergency and they cannot give any declaration for now or give permit unless the president make an announcement, and the president will relax some of the regulations. And with that condition, they might give us the permit. So they waited until on the 8th when the president make the announcement. Then on the 9th, they called us for a screaming process. They scream all of us, the leaders. And on Friday, they call us. I went there in the morning. We were there up to around 3 o'clock. That was the time we get the permit. So before you start, because people, if they don't see the permit, they feel like they don't, and people don't want to violate. So this is why we even have the delays in the whole process. But as I told you, the number doesn't matter. What is important is the message. And we will definitely deliver a very powerful message to the American authorities to know that we are no more now negotiating or denying, but we are demanding this is what we want. And we want us to be treated like human beings, like the American people are being treated.
Of course, it is no doubt that this is definitely a good cause to be out there protesting injustices against black people. Black people have been suffering for over 400 years and we are still suffering. But the question is sometimes you cannot definitely ignore some of the sentiments that you hear that, okay, so many things are happening in the Gambia and you people are not coming out to protest. Now something is happening over there across the pond and you people are so excited to be out there to protest. It seems like Gambians think this protest might be something hypocritical. For example, they will say, okay, Haruna Jata died in the Gambia and none of you bothered to be out on the streets. None of you called for his death to be probed or something. How do you respond to those types of comments?
Yeah, thank you very much. I have even seen it since we started the initiative. I have seen people, trying to compare those things. But we all know that at that time, at that present time, how the situation was, and we know the history of the Gambia. But we also our frustration. Like I myself, if you go to my posting every year, Haruna's dead, I must remind the government that they must investigate this matter and they must bring the victims to justice every year, because I think that was my story. But at that present time, Gambia was moving from a transition. We all know the security, by then the security lapses in the country and the security loopholes by then, because we have foreign troops there. That was immediately after the change. So there are certain things that could not. But that doesn't mean that we didn't value. We value Haruna, we value every life of any citizen in this country. For me and any of our groups, we will be here to defend any fundamental human rights, whether the person is killed, his rights has been violated, he's tortured, we are ready for it. And I wish something happens similar to this that I don't pray for. You will see our reaction. So we are not discriminating, but we feel like this is necessary, we must do it, and that's why we are doing it. We are not doing it for any namesake. We don't want to have a name there. We don't want to be recognized. That's why we refuse. We give everybody the responsibility to do what is expected of you, so that it will be a collective responsibility, not an individual responsibility.
Thank you very much, Kex. I'll now let you go. Since we are approaching the embassy, I assume that you will be the one to read out the statement, so we will follow you so that you can read your statement to the Gambian people and deliver the petition to embassy officials. Ladies and gentlemen, right now we are approaching the embassy premises. We are already at the embassy premises right now, and then the officials, the organizers of this protest, like I said, are expected to submit a petition to the officials of the American embassy. So let's see how that is going to turn out. As we can see right now, the police presence here is not really heavy, so the protest is going on peacefully as of right now. So let's continue to see what's going to happen. I am told that Keksane will be the one to deliver a statement. But before that, let's see who we can talk to again. I see MC Cham of the GDC, the president of the youth wing of the GDC party. MC, mën nga ñoo wax tey lan moo la fi indi?
Jërëjëf Sadio, thank you very much. Comme like nu ma fi ñëwee ñëw ma fi si cadre politics, dama fi ñëw si cadre nga xam ne rek taxawaay as doomi Gambians bokk ak Gambians si solidarité bi nga xam ne loolu la ñëw fii ñëpp gis ne lu xew si Amérique ba nga xam ne ñëpp ko war a ñaawlu moo tax ñu gën ñëw tey pour bokk ak ndawi Gambians si ak àdduna bi yëpp pour wane suñu solidarité.
xam nañ ne nag lii dafa nekk loo xam ne lu important la du ne rek ne soo nekkee Gambia nga war a go through this waaye tamit ne comme as a black man all over the world ñëpp a ngi génn si pour protest li nga xam ne mooy police brutality waaye nag ñeneen ñaa ngi ne waaw lii dafa nekk protester loo xam ne yëfi hypocrite la because am na yu bëri yoo xam ne ñu ngi xew Gambia yéen génn si wu leen pour protest ko te waxuloon si dara waaye léegi lan moo tax nag nit war a dee Amérique yéen ñëpp ngeen war a génn si naan ngeen ngay protest against police brutality in the Gambia.
waaw xam nga ñuy wax loolu da leen xamul ret because ñun yàgg nañ di yëngatu si yii soo bàyyi xel Gambia su xam ne dañ la mën a deport ñun bokk ñu xam ne ñoo organisé démonstration boobu bon lu nekk lii dafa nekk lu nga xam ne concerné effet Gambien la o ifin si àdduna bi yëpp parce que am na Gambien nga xam ne tam ñàkk na si bakkanam tam muy ay Gambien tam so ni ku nekk am na faru nga xam ne mun nga faa dem wane sa démonstration yëg ni ñuy wax loolu tam ñun tam mun nañu tam bokkal tam def si leen tam bu ko keneen mun naa jàpp kii jàpp fii rek parce que dama feel la it's a genuine cause la bu everybody should come out xam nga wane sa solidarity man loolu laa believe man as MC parce que yàgg naa di ko def ay protest bari nga xam ne mu ngi am Gambia fii man maa ngi si front line bi du first time ma koo def tam
léegi MC lu mel nii su xewee di nga expect ne comme Gambians war nañoo mën a génn si ñëw tamit ñoom ñu wane seen taxaw si lii nga xam ne mooy police brutality waaye nag du loolu rek ak lii nga xam ne tamit nit ñu ñuuli ñu ngi ko jënkuwanteel si biir àdduna bi waaye fu mu nekk nii gis nañ ne turnout bi bariwul yow lan nga am pour wax si
non turnout bi xam nga ma bokkoon naa ñu xam ne si négociation bi ak police yi bokkoon naa ñu xam ne ñu maa ngi fa woon dañ d'accord ak ñoom ne 100 people rek ñoo war a génn pour ñëw da koy ñëpp xam ne léegi ñu si coronavirus bi la nekk am na ay rules yoo xam ne mu ngi fa right now fu mu nekk nii loolu moo tax ñu minimize the numbers because ñun ret mënu neen mbooloo bari mënu naa ñu bokk si mbir bi bon ñun ñoo d'accord ak police si loolu peut être bëgguñu yàqal waaye réew mi so gis nañ ne si am nga state emergency mi ngi am yooyu itam war nañ mën a bàyyi xel social gathering bi ak social distance bi itam moo tax ñu minimiser these numbers peut-être time nga xam ne loolu d'accord ak police bi ak ñu gis tey dafa utee bu ko waxoon nañ gaay by 11 o'clock li war a start up to 12 o'clock ñu ñëw gis lettre bi ñu fa def 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock so ñu bari tey si yoom ñi ngi call ne ñi ngi war a ñëw mënuñ ñëw amee ñu jóge ba ay ñëw mi badi bu pour jàll si ñu si féer bi right now so pour nañ wala am fu mu nekk nii so moo tax ñu génn rek wala dis number itam isa encourage lu gën a am solo mooy message ba gën a am solo message bi dem rek moo gën a am solo ifim benn gàmme si génnoon sax wane solidarité ne lii neexu ko rek loolu am nga achieve nañ suñu aim
léegi xam nañ ne dafa am pétition bi ngeen xam ne moom ngeen binda te moom ngeen expect pour joxe ñi nga xam moom ngeen expect pour jox ñi nga xam ne mooy embassy officiel si pétition boobu noonu mën nga ñoo wax rek lan ngeen nekk di demande si biir pétition boobu
pétition bi ñu ngi demande justice ne they need justice ñu bëgg a jël from our government wane itam ne right now fu mu nekk nii jamono bu mu toll léegi itam arrest ay nit wala duur ay tocca warta am lu nekk dafa war a am due process nit ki soo ko téye yóbbu ko si yoon jaaral ko si yoon moo gën a am solo boo téye nit ki di ko xot ba mu ñàkk a bakkanam loolu koregut pare ñëpp ne war a am equal right dafa war a am treatment ñu ma ko treatment whether ki is white or black ñëpp war a am si àdduna bi so loolu bokk na xamante suñ demande itam pare den soxla justice tam from the government pour ñu gis na tam ñu wax a American government pour gis na justice am na ñu xam ne ñoo rey askan ñu itam ñu war na to book
lu nekk di xew Amérique léegi lan nga foog ne Gambian government bi loolu lañ si mun a jàngee
waaw Gambia nga si war a jàngee mooy is good tam ñu protect suñu gars yi nekk si diaspora bi bëgg ñun tam they are part of the Gambian bëgg ñu ngi contribute lool si réew mi fii tam waaw even the Minister of Foreign Affairs tam waroon naa génn bu yàgga bu xeweelu tam mu gën a jëm a engage di US Embassy tam seet naka la mën a gis ne josi mun naa am nu mu gën a gaawee bëgg loolu moo dee am bëgg nekk si rey ni tey war ngaa mën a xam kana ko rey ndax la ma tam rey ko su from there si josi mun na ñëw si moom
MC jërëjëf fu mu nekk nii dinañ déglu yéen mi nga xam ne yéen a nekk organiser si comme niñ ko waxee rek wax nañ ne Kek Sané moo nekk di want to read the statement bi nga xam ne moom moo nekk on behalf of the group so léegi nañ dégloo ngum loolu noonu ñu xool.
Enough is enough now. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
That is the protesters saying that enough is enough. Enough of police brutality. Enough of racism. And enough of injustices against black people. Let's see who else we can talk to. It seems there are also Americans who are on the ground today. Hi, sir. How are you? I can see that you are here protesting. Okay, you have a cough. Okay, that's fine. So we'll see who else to talk to on the ground here.
No justice, no peace. Black Lives Matter.
Hi, sir. How are you? I also see you are part of the protesters today. Why are you here today, and why is it important for you as a black man?
That question is not a difficult thing to answer because we all are black. Like you say, Black Lives Matter. You see it? I read it already. And then we stand for one race. We all are human beings. We all from one Lord. That Allah says, Inna khalaqnakum min dhakarin wa unsa wa ja'alnakum shu'uban wa qaba'ila lita'arafu. Inna akramakum indallahi atqakum. That Allah says, for those who close to the Allah, for Allah know that. But for us, we all are the same. Let's raise one human right. We all are human right. We all can breathe. We all can eat. We all can. My tribe is not nothing. So that's why I am here to stand my black. I am a black, and then I am not creating myself to be a black. Allah is the one who did for me. So and then I always proud of that I am a black. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
We are still waiting on the organizers of the protest to deliver their statement, the official statement, which will be done by Kek Sané.
Power to the black people. 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 No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Black life matters. Black life matters. Stop killing black people. Stop killing black people. Stop killing black people. Black life matters. Stop killing black people. Stop killing black people. Because black life matters. Because Black Lives Matters. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Black Lives Matters. Black Lives Matters. Black Lives Matters. Black Lives Matters. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Stop killing black people. Stop killing black people. No justice, no peace. 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 Black Lives Matters. Black Lives Matters. Black Lives Matter.
No justice, no peace, and Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Bob Keita, why is it important for you to be here today to witness this protest?
Because we've all seen what have happened to America in the last few days, in the last few weeks. Why is it that anytime there is police brutality, it has to be to the black people?
Police brutality.
For many years, black people have been killed by the
You go
police.
interview
and
kay
no
yentam
justice has
awulen
been done.
kulen deglu
So
interview
it's
wi.
time right now for black people to come together and fight for their own right. And in Gambia, we are coming together to stand for Floyd and his family, and we are protesting that there must be justice in his death. So that's why we are all here today. You understand? That's why we are all here today to protest on his behalf and his family.
Marching here today to the embassy and submitting a petition to the embassy officials. How do you think that is going to change anything as far as the fight against racism and injustice is concerned?
Yeah, because as far as I remember, I think Gambia is 54 years or 56. I think nothing like this have ever happened before. None of the human rights group have ever petitioned the American embassy. So this is like a history. So it's going to be the first time for us, the black people, to come and give our petition to the American representative in the Gambia to tell him that enough is enough.
Brutality.
Black lives matters need to be respected.
police brutality.
We have the American embassy here
justice,
since
no peace.
since the First Republic.
Black
We
lives
never had
matter.
any white American being killed in
lives
Africa or in
matter.
Gambia. So why are they killing our
Okay,
people?
if we said Black Lives Matter, we did not
This
mean
need-
only Black Lives Matter.
Protesting the death
We
of
mean
George
Black
Floyd, who is an
Lives
American
Matter
citizen.
too.
But
Like
this
all the
protest,
lives-
we are also
like
protesting
all
the
the
death of
lives
Maud Lamin, who
matters,
is a US
right?
Gambian.
We don't
Now,
say only
when
Black
Maud
Lives
Lamin
Matter.
died, what
We
do you
said
think
Black
of
Lives
the Gambia
Matter
government's
because
response?
Black
It
Lives
wasn't too
matters
quick.
like
What is your
all the
response
lives.
to that?
It wasn't too
Because
quick,
people
and that
don't
was
understand what
unfortunate.
do we mean by-
So for
by
me, what
Black
I was
Lives Matter.
expecting, because
You know,
I heard he's the son of a
Black Lives
diplomat. So when
matter.
such people die, it doesn't matter whether they're son of
Not
a
to
diplomat or not.
racism.
But when any Gambians die in
Stop.
any other country, the government should set up.
Not the police brutality.
They should set up a quick inquiry to look into that matter, why and how.
Justice,
So I think the response was
justice,
late, but we thank God that at least they have come out to
Justice.
also make their response.
Justice.
Thank you very much, Bob Keita.
Justice.
We will still
Justice.
continue bringing
We
you the
demand
live
justice.
coverage on the protest ground here as we
We
wait
demand
for the
justice.
organizers of this protest
We
to
demand justice.
read out their official
Not the
statement
police
to the
brutality.
protesters and hopefully to the embassy
Black lives
officials.
matter.
So stay tuned for that.
Black lives. We want justice. Now. When do we want it? Now. We want justice. Now. When do we want it? We want justice. When do we want it? We want justice. When do we want it? Black lives matter. No, no to racism. Stop police brutality. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. No to racism. We are humans. We are humans. We are humans. Thank you. Sonana.
Now it seems like they're about to deliver the official statement, which will be done by Kek Sane.
We are delivering the statement, so all of us can be there, all the cameramen, so the rest will stay here.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's go. Don't mind if you don't have the number. Let's go. Yeah, don't mind.
How many people are going for that, Keks?
Hey, I'm here. Yeah, boy, I tell you. Yeah. That's one more. Yeah, one more. Okay, now.
It seems like they have made a couple of selections to head probably into the embassy premises or somewhere close to the gate to deliver the petition to embassy officials. So this is what we are seeing right now. No cameras are allowed. Oops. So right now we are going to watch the delivery of the official statement of the organizers. Hello. Come.
It's okay, Uncle. The camera is capturing, yeah?
Come. Not this camera. Only satellite. They have to capture you. Go. Reverse.
You mean they are not capturing?
No, wait. You are very close.
They are not capturing.
Please. Okay, let's go back there. I'm helping you guys. Just back. Just okay.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Good morning, friends, comrades, and members of the media, police.
Okay, so we are having officials from the American Embassy actually coming out to listen to the statement that will be delivered by the organizers of the protest. So he was about to start reading his statement, but it seems like it has been halted, and we are now waiting for the officials to come out to listen to the statement. So we'll wait for that to happen.
Maybe your mic can come closer, your camera is busy. Okay. It says the moment you start reading, we all go down. Those of us not being cameramen are not mic holders.
Just all kneel down while they are reading the statement. The moment
Then let them come in because man woman kneel down. Man just come in slowly because man woman kneel down.
kono ngafo nyame ila kay la fakane la kuma kan tande bari nyabala mo ba kan tan ka fi nabi wasi kono ngabe no official lo
If we start reading, we all go on our knees, please.
So this guy is starting, huh? So the moment he starts, all of us are going on our knees, huh? Only him will be standing reading the statement. So what about listen to the message? What us?
Us behind
us.
us.
The representative of the embassy is standing there. So you only allow them your voice so that you can share the message. But I will deliver
Okay, it seems like the representative from the embassy is out. We don't know who she or he is to be specific, but we know that there's an embassy official right now standing at the gate of the embassy, ready to listen to the statement that will be delivered by the organizers of this protest.
In case you follow Government promotion online TV, and we are right here in front of American Embassy to cover the demonstration of Black Lives Matter movement over the death of George Floyd in the United States.
Can I start?
Right now they're about to give their speech, so we can listen to them.
Good morning, friends, comrades, members of the media, police, representative of the American Embassy. My name is Momodu King Koli. I stand before you to read this statement with tears of sorrow. On 25th May, George Floyd, a black American man, was brutally killed by a white American Minneapolis police officer. It is inconceivable that such a thing could happen in 2020. The way and manner in which Floyd was murdered is an act of provocation and contempt that has been going on in the United States for centuries. Whenever we cried, we are laughed at, and they give flimsy excuses, justification, and counter-arguments, and the racism, discrimination, and harassment continues. Now, we are left with no option but to stand at their level, even if it will be the end of the world civilization. But we are determined to fight. We have no tears left. I don't have to get into the story of how the United States has become their country. In fact, it does not matter where a person comes from and the pigmentation of his skin. Racism and discrimination in all forms is unacceptable. In essence, we are not here to appeal to the United States to respect and protect the rights of blacks, but we are demanding it. Otherwise, the United States government should ask themselves whether they want to live in isolation. We cannot and will not allow their embassies to operate in our various countries while they continue to treat black people with complete disregard and contempt. Therefore, we are calling on the United States government to make sure justice takes place in the case of George Floyd, Lamin Sise, and others, and to act on what they preach. I thank you all.
That was the official statement delivered by Lamin King Koli, who is also one of the organizers of this protest to stand against racism and police brutality, not only in the US but all over the world, and the Gambia in particular too. Lamin, can we...
Black Lives Matter. No justice, no peace.
Lamin, how are you?
Koli. No justice, no peace. C-O-L-L-E-Y. Yes.
Lamin, how are you? We've seen that you have read the statement of... Okay, it seems like they're still calling...
Stop killing black people! Stop killing black people!
Stop killing black people. Stop killing black people. Black Lives Matter.
Stop killing black people! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! No justice, no peace! No justice, no peace! No justice, no peace! We are humans!
Space.
We are humans!
Lala. Did they have anything to... She have something to say?
That's the microphone. Okay. I'll speak loudly, I promise. I'll speak and I'll keep turning. A little close. Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Becky McKnight. I'm the Regional Security Officer here at U.S. Embassy Banjul. Today, I'm accepting the petition on behalf of the U.S. Embassy and the U.S. government. In the words of the U.S. Ambassador Pascal, those who peacefully gather to demand justice, an end to racism and discrimination, and meaningful reform are putting into action the values of democracy and respect for human rights and human dignity for all. The U.S. Embassy shares these values with Gambians, and we thank you for this petition and the opportunity to engage on this topic. Thank you.
That was the embassy official delivering a short statement to the organizers of the protesters. A petition was supposed to. Lamin, can I please talk to you?
What do we want?
We've heard you deliver your statement to the embassy officials, and there seems to be a response as one of the officials have actually came out to respond to your statement or to respond to this protest. Was there supposed to be a petition to be handed over to them?
Yes, of course. We wanted to give them a petition. Yeah. So right now, what we did was we only read what we have, the statement that we have for them. So our head Ketsane will tender the petition.
So right now we have no idea what is exactly in the petition. Can you just tell us some of the things that you are demanding?
Yeah, some of the things that we were demanding is, like if you look at the incident that happened in America, the video that was released that led for us to know how George Floyd was killed. During the protest, our Gambian brother was shot dead by the name Lamin Cisse, but we did not know how he was shot dead. So we want them to release a video and for us to know how he was shot. So it is one of the things that we want to demand, and also let them make some institutional and legal reformations to respect the human rights that they are calling for. Because whenever we talk about democracy, we always point at America. They champion the democracy. So we need to have that equality. The blacks need to have that equality there. So those are some of the things also that we are yearning for.
So do you expect any change coming out from this protest?
Yeah, we expect a lot. Because looking at this, not only the Gambia, people protested all over the world. Mohammed. People protested all over the world. So the Gambia also, we cannot be left behind. That's why we gather today to protest. So for them also to hear what are some of our grievances, you understand? So we expect a lot to come out from this.
Thank you very much, Mamadou. What do we expect from now? What is happening as far as this protest is concerned? You have delivered the statement. Kex is going inside to deliver the petition. What's next?
Yeah, now we are waiting on him to come out. Whenever he comes, I think we'll have a brief discussion then after we disperse. Because the time we apply at the police, they gave us a period of from 10 to 11. So right now, I think the time elapsed. So we are just waiting for Keps to come out. Whenever he tendered the petition, then we'll just disperse.
Thank you very much, Mamadou.
You're welcome.
Stay tuned for the live coverage as we bring you exactly what is happening here today at the embassy premises, as Gambians also join the rest of the world to protest police brutality and injustices against black people. So stay tuned.
power bi jeex na depuis démba xettali ma rek nijaay nga jëndal ma cash power balaa yére yi di wow dama passé
fii amoo fi benn xaalis laa amut waaw may ma tuuti rek waaw Mamadou waaw ma ne dimbale ñu rek nga yónni ñu cash power léegi suñ cash power moo jeex depuis démb ok baax na
waaye yow nijaay jaaxle naa de yow Mamadou naka lam ñoo jëndalee cash power te fekk mu ngi bitim réew nijaay
xanaa xamuloo ne ak balu waaye mën a nekk ci bitim réew mun naa yónnee njabootam cash power nga am benn jafe-jafe ni ngay def yomb na da ngay log on to www.baluwo.com nga jëndee courant ci compagnie yi nga xam ne ñoo saytu wàllu courant ci dëkk yu mel ni Gambia Sénégal Mali Nigeria ak Sierra Leone.
baadiŋol men be Gambia aniŋ Gambia e bantala mbe ŋa ñiŋ loŋ ko TRRC bala dookuwo sal labaŋo le kono andi la dookuwo be looriŋ meŋ kaŋ wo leŋ hadamadiŋol meŋ na ñantoo tiñaata ñiŋ bankoo kaŋ jaŋ kabiriŋ July karo 1994 saŋo la kana January karo 2017 saŋo la woto momo ye a loŋ ko i mantorata ñiŋ waatoo kono andi i maŋ futa TRRC foloo pour que i la kumakaŋo di nsaafo ma ye statement o ye feere ke ye futa TRRC ye la kumakaŋo di a tariya ñaama yo pour kana TRRC ye feŋo feŋ ke naŋ paasoo ti kana futa je walla ye feŋo feŋ dépense pour ka futa TRRC ke la kumakaŋo di a be seyindileema le bari mbe ñiŋ fanaŋ koyindi la ko pour ka statement o fanaŋ di a maŋ ke ko moo ye la kumakaŋo di TRRC i be loo la televisionoo ñaato le moo be ye juubee wo tuti ite le bulu ni lefta ka testify moo be ye lamoyi moo be ye je i se wo kenoo le bari ni maŋ lafi wo fanaŋ na i se kumakaŋo diinoo le a ye tara moolu ke kaŋo moyi bari ite ñaadaa je la niŋ du i maŋ lafi wo fanaŋ na i se siinoo i niŋ commissional damma ali ye kacca a ye tara moo te bole kalama andu niŋ me lafita ka ñiŋ ke i se katoo ke ye ñiŋ téléphone nombal kumandi pour ka TRRC soto no 770-4988 770-4988 wala 741-5937 741-5937 ala baraka mo be sa dake TRRC dokot